tournament game between the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks and the Lynnwood Royals. This game is being played according to the rules of the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can also help promote sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Fans here at the Terraceum value our rich tradition of ensuring that every team embodies the spirit of great sportsmanship. We invite you to further that tradition this afternoon. And now your starting lineups for today's game. For the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks, a 5'10" junior guard, number 3, Bryce Juno. For the
Hello, everyone,
Royals,
and welcome to the Sound Live Sports Network broadcast. Boys basketball here at the Terraceum, Mount Lake Terrace High School, where the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks, with a record in 5-2, will face the 1-8 Lynnwood Royals. Out of the Wesco South District, Wesco North against Wesco South here in a non-league matchup in a tournament style. Both these two teams losers yesterday and will find themselves playing just pretty much for pride here today at the Terraceum. Getting set to get you the starting lineups here as we mark them down in the book as they appear. For the Lynnwood Royals, Julian Walker, a 5'7" junior, and Eli Edwards, a 6-foot even sophomore, will be the guards. Tanner Mack, Bryce Milne, also one of those guards, 5'11" sophomore. And Tanner Mack, a 6'3" junior, and Tyler MacArthur, a 6'2" senior, will anchor down low in the paint for the Lynnwood Royals. For the Tomahawks, Bryce Juno, a 5'10" junior, Josh Bevan, a 5'9" junior, Michael Painter, a 6'4" senior, Cole Grindy, the 6-foot senior, and Nate Heckendorf, 6'4" junior, round out the starting lineup for the Tommies. And now we'll take a pause for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
And that in the books, and we're getting ready for some basketball here at Mount Lake Terrace High School. A great afternoon. Nice drive for the Tomahawks to Sunshine Drive down I-5 to start things off. Would have loved to have picked up the W last night, but like these Lynnwood Royals fall and show themselves an early day today here 1 p.m. We also have the Mount Lake Terrace Hawks playing at 3 p.m. The game right after this, so a doubleheader of sorts here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Hope you'll stay around for the late game. Late/early. It's kind of tough to get your juices flowing on a 1 p.m. game. We'll see what kind of energy these two teams have coming out. There's a pass long and deep, and a wraparound with a right hand is good for the big man underneath, Painter. And puts the Tommies on top first. And there's Painter out on the run now. Left-hand side. Draws an Eli Edwards defense. And then a long shot's no good. Painter gets the rebound. Tries the cross-court shots to Todorov. It is back out top now. Man-to-man defense by the Royals. A little foot drag now. Heckendorf can't get it to fall. And now a foul call. That'll go against Josh Bevan. It'll be his first in the junior. Very high-pressure defense. A bit of confusion early about who would occupy the home team spot on a neutral court here at the Terraceum. And that's why you see both teams wearing their road jerseys, although the black Royals jerseys with the gold trim will be your home team. That's the team that will have the, not necessarily an advantage, but will be the darker home team. And there's a left-handed shot on the that's Bryce Juno's shot. And it's 4-0 early on with the Tomahawks on top. There's MacArthur, top of the key. Asks for a screen, won't get it. Now I'll have to put it on the deck, having Heckendorf guarding. Nate Heckendorf, 6'4". Tyler MacArthur, 6'2", so the big man drawn out top. Here is Bevan. Excuse me, this is Bryce Milne with the shot. And now Bevan with it. Down into the corner it goes. Painter with the triple. Michael Painter has got 5. He's got 5 of the 7 points so far. The Royals blanked. As the Tomahawks shooting the shutout here through 2 minutes of play. 6:15 to go, first quarter. Dribble drive, blocked underneath. Painter with a good strip. Ad MacArthur driving on him left hand. Just got behind him and put the big paw up and swatted that one away. And now Bevan looks in. The junior will find Painter, gets into the key. Nice little dump down underneath to Grindy. And rolling on are Cole Grindy and his Tomahawks in a 9-0 kind of outlandish start now for the Tomahawks against this Royals squad. Eli Edwards looks in, pumps once. And Grindy on the defense won't let him by. Now Mack top of the key. And a little hesitant right now are the Royals. That one swatted away by Painter. He's got 2 blocks. Long lead pass to Bevan. Down into the corner. Grindy with the shot. Left it short. And Walker will bring it up. And the Royals struggling right now on both ends of the court. Bad defense is not terrible, but transition has got him a couple times. And now Bevan out top. Long 3, no good. Once again, it's Walker that rips down the rebound. He's got 2 and a foul on Painter, trying to close him out on the attempted double team here on the trap. Across the half court, picks up his first foul. That'll be the second foul on the Tomahawks as a team. Eli Edwards with the inbound now to Walker. 9-0 Tomahawks early on. 5 minutes remain, first quarter. We're just underway here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Keith Neely, courtside at the Terraceum. Mack into a double team. Now has to retreat. Looking for the 5-second call. Painter with the strip. Long lead pass. Grindy gets it taken away by Walker, but high octane pressure by the Tomahawks on the defensive side of the court is really providing them some easy buckets here. Walker charged with his first team foul, the first one on the Royals. And Grindy will go to the free throw line. The first time we've shot free throws here today. 4:43 to go, first quarter. And back iron by Grindy. Checking in for the first time now is Lamar Patrick, the 6'2 senior, will replace Mack and try to get a little offense going. Patrick has that nice runner in the lane. If he can get deep into the well, it usually falls. And Grindy now with another, actually this is his first free throw. He split the pair, 3 points for Grindy. Walker backs it out. And MacArthur dumps it down to Patrick. Had a good little awareness of the left-hand block of his forward mate down there. And now another replacement as Christian Vasquez comes in, the 5'8 sophomore. Replacing, let's see, that would have been, well, I can't tell who he replaced. Might have been Edwards. It was Edwards. Now a long pass out front on the strip. There's a foul called as Bryce Juno goes in with the right hand. He will shoot 2 foul shots. Walker picks up his second personal foul, the only 2 team fouls the Royals have, and that will send Bryce Juno to the line. The junior already with a bucket today. And free throws on the way, has missed the first one, as did Cole Grindy. Shot earlier also. Robert Todorov, the junior 5'9", steps onto the floor, replacing Julian Walker in early going here. And the free throw is also missed, so 0 for 2. The Tomahawks 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Milne to the cup, no, rebound. Ripped clean by Heckendorf, and a long lead pass. Tomahawks good at getting out in transition. That's very obvious. They're a much faster team, both getting back on defense and making that offensive transition. There's the lay-in Right hand. Nobody picked up Bevan. And he's got 2. So you see 4 or 5 starters. Only Heckendorf, the lone starter for the Tomahawks, who has yet to score and still pitching the shutout, are the Tommies. 12-0. There's a little runner, no good. That one falls off as Patrick had a good look at it, just couldn't get it up top high enough on the glass. And Tyler MacArthur narrowly missed the putback on the rebound. There's the shot by Bevan, no good. Rebound MacArthur. And a foul call. That'll be Painter's second personal foul. 3rd team foul. And quickly off the bench comes Zach Vergey, the 6'4 senior. 12-0 with 3:21 to go here first quarter. Royals struggling a bit, 1-8 on the season. Everett, the lone win for the Royals so far this season, but have played some pretty good ball and have some great close games. They just haven't been able to get over the top in a number of them. And now a foul underneath. And a 2-shot opportunity. As Verge goes to the free throw line, his first free throws. The foul call was on Tyler MacArthur, his first personal, 3rd team foul on the Royals. And the Royals just coming up short on their runners. They're getting deep into the paint on both sides, but excellent man-to-man defense. And the shot is good by Verge. And the second one on the way, left that one short. So struggling just a bit from the free throw line. 2 for 6. A little drifter. Finally, the teardrop falls in. Milne connects with the runner, and Royals are on the board. 3-ball, no good. Ripped down by Todorov. And a long pass up front now. Trying to find anybody that can get one to stick here for the Royals. They need some offense, and they need to get it fairly quickly, down 11. You don't have a lot of opportunity. There's the shot just over the top of the rim. Tucks it in tightly by MacArthur. And it's a 9-point ball game now. Finally back down into single digits. We just started this one. 2 minutes to go first quarter. Juneau, left hand, can't get the pass. And now a swat underneath, no good on the Verge shot. Double team taken away. And a foul call. A shot will be shooting, a shooting attempt. Referees Aaron Mills, Rich Johnson, Sam Long today. Christian Vasquez, his first personal foul. And it will be out of bounds. They say on the floor. It will not be a shooting foul. A minute 52 to go. Verge gives way to Grindy, no good, and they rebound Royals. They're going to have to get it one here. Varsity basketball under 10 points in a quarter. Not that great. And you're going to have to get some free throws here as Bevan goes to the deck, and now we got a free throw on the other end, and head coach Barry Gould would like to talk things over with the official and why one thing was counted on one end, not on the other. As Bevan comes over and looks up at his coach and wonders the same thing, why he wasn't hacked on the other end. And it'll be free throws for MacArthur, who has 2 points today. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmond Sports Academy. Cymberlin, the junior, checks in. Jared Cymberlin, 5'9". And the second of the MacArthur free throws is good. He's got 3 on the day. 13-5 with 1:25 to go. We're in the first quarter here at Mount Lake Terrace High School, a holiday tournament in the losers bracket. And a long kick out goes to Juneau. Pump fakes, heads in. They say no, it'll be a foul out front. And that will be on the floor. It'll be out of bounds, Tomahawks basketball. Patrick picks up the personal foul. The 5th team foul on the Royals. And now a long kick out. Bevan with the 3 opportunity. No good. Knocked out of bounds. Heckendorf gets up. Almost got that over the top of Patrick. Patrick able just to save enough of it and keep it in bounds. And now on the left-hand side, DeCimbalin to the corner, MacArthur. Finally hits Patrick, knocked to the deck, and they say a foul called. And that will go against Zach Verge. That'll probably be, let's see, 1 personal foul, 5th team foul. And checking in now, Eric Lynn, the 6'3 junior for the Marysville Pilchuck team. MacArthur pump fake, thought about it, had a good look at it the first time and decided to withdraw and see if he could get a better, wider open shot. Would not be. Todorov back to MacArthur into the double team, spins in. Here's the shot, long 3, left it short. Rebound, DeCimbalin. And the Royals reload. 33 seconds to go. 2-second differential on the shot clock. And the shot clock will get reset, so it will be off. 31.2 seconds to go. And the shot clock irrelevant at this point in time in the first quarter. 31.2 seconds remain here in the first. Tomahawks on top by 8. As Cymbalin will take the inbound. And now it goes. It's up off the back iron, no good. And it's knocked, last touch by the Tomahawks.
Last touch by Pilchuck. Royals basketball.
19.4 seconds to go. And Patrick with the pump fake, dribble drive, now the long kick out. 14 seconds on, Patrick will get it right back. Royals in need to get a shot. They got 8 to do it. They try to set up the offense. Here's Patrick. Dribble drive with the left hand. Little runner is off the glass. A kiss is all it takes. And Patrick will make it a 13-7 ball game. Tomahawks at the end of 1 period of play. We'll come back, put a fresh 8 on the clock. You're listening to the Sound Live Sports Network.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students, to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 13-7. The Royals will take the leather and start the possession. They'll see if they get a little offense going. Patrick gets into the lane. It's where he hit that little runner to end the first quarter, at least keep Lynnwood close. Here's a pump fake and a MacArthur dribble drive. Drew some contact. Didn't get anything else on it. There's a little shot by Patrick. The floater can't get it to fall. And it's Juno with the rebound. He'll bring it up, crossing the timeline, wraps around the back. And out to Bevan. Long shot. That one was downtown. That was about a 26-footer. And now a hesitation dribble as Todorov heads in and finally finds Patrick. Excuse me, that's Tanner Mack, but it was fouled getting there. Juneau picks up his first personal foul. Now wholesale substitutions. Heckendorf, Herrera, and I believe Painter also into the ball game, coming off the bench with those 2 fouls. And they will inbound now. 1 o'clock game. A lot different than these teams have played. Most games in the Wesco, of course, starting at 7:15, so a little bit of an anomaly here in a tournament play. We'll welcome in our broadcast partner, and Braden Neely.
Hello.
Who's played this game a number of ways and a number of times
Yes,
a few years ago. How difficult is it to come in and play a 1 o'clock game, especially after losing a late game in the night before?
You know, it's pretty tiring. It has a lot of strain on your body. You're kind of sore. And it takes a little bit of mental strength to get back in there.
Cole Grindy, he drops the 15-footer. He's got 5 points. And these teams don't really show a lot of fatigue, moving up and down the court pretty well so far. That foul will go against Aaron Herrera. His first personal foul will send Vasquez to the line, a 5'8 sophomore. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor at Edmonds Sports Academy. And the first of 2 by Vasquez is good. And a chance to get a little closer toward this 7-point lead now that the Tomahawks enjoy, and there it is right there. That'll help you a bit. 6 points. What are the Royals going to have to do at this point in time, Braden, to get themselves worked into this ball game and back to at least somewhat close before the half?
You know, I think they're doing a great job right now. They're attacking the hoop, and they're definitely just not having anything fall.
Well, it helps to create turnovers, and they got one there.
Yes, it does.
And we'll see if they can't make this 6-point lead 4. And I think you get down into 4 or 3 points, especially with the reserves in. There's MacArthur, backs in, has a step on Heckendorf, goes to the rack, gets his own rebound, puts it back onto the deck. And almost attacked a 4-on-1 there. That's going to be tough. Kick out to Mack. Shot on the short corner, no good. MacArthur elevates for the rebound. Mack saves it in. There's the shot. Vasquez out to Mack. Very good help defense by the Tomahawks. That one left short. Patrick with the rebound, knocked out of bounds back to the Tomahawks. Tomahawks, excellent help defense. They're in that man-to-man pressure, but when someone attacks the rim, there's a lot of help coming. Katzenberger will come into the ball game for the first time for the Royals, 6-foot senior. 5:38 to go. In the second quarter, Tomahawks by 6 and early going. Herrera with a shot, no good. In and out of the hands of Robert Todorov. And the enforcer, Katzenberger, right there says, my guys are going to take it up. There's the shot, a little runner, no good. That's a toughie. Tough look from Vasquez. And then a little shake and bake. How about Bryce Juneau? He's got 4 points on 2 field goals. Patrick, guarded by Painter. Now the long 3 on the way. Bingo! Robert Todorov with the shot, the triple. That'll help you a bit. Now the lead 5 points for Marysville Pilchuck. 4:42 to go, second quarter. Juneau. His way to Herrera, now out top. It goes to Grindy. Right hand wraps around to the left. Being guarded nicely by Todorov right there. And now Juneau. And that's an off-balance shot there and makes it fall. It was a 2 on Cole Grindy. I don't know if he was watching the shot clock. Looked like it was coming down a bit. I don't know if you take that shot otherwise.
I definitely would not have taken that shot, but it went in, so it's going to work for him.
19-12, 7-point lead. Todorov, another 3. He's been a bit of a hot hand. That time left it just short, but he was falling away, maybe taking a little bit of a cue from Grindy on that last bucket. And now we've got a blocking foul on the floor. Todorov will pick up a foul. And that will send Painter to the line. Painter got the hot hand early and then was saddled with 2 fouls and had to exit. Had 5 points. And now makes that 6 on the free throw. Josh Bevan will re-enter, as will Bryce Milne.
Hey, Joshua, go to 12 here.
Just under 4 minutes to play. 1 game to go on the broadcast side after this one is done. That's Mount Lake Terrace. The home team Hawks. That's a 3 o'clock start. Down in the corner to Painter, trying to find Mack. They finally do. His spin in on Painter down underneath. Little, here I am. Todorov with the bucket. He's got 5, and I don't know, he was under there a while, Braden.
It did look like he was under there for a little while, but, you know, it worked out for him. He ended up scoring, and there he draws a foul.
Nice dribble drive by Cole Grindy. He's been there a couple times and has not hesitated at all heading to the rack. Mack picks up the foul, and we're in bonus basketball the rest of the way through here as Grindy to the line to shoot a pair. 1 for 2 today. Make that 2 for 3. And after hitting the second, Tomahawks expand the lead. 23-14, it's back to 9. Royals not really doing too much damage on the defensive end. That isn't really what's killing them. It seems to be the offense, Braden. They just really can't either get anything to fall or get good looks. And I don't know if you credit the Tomahawk defense here or things aren't just happening for your Royals.
You know, I think the Tomahawks are doing a lot better of a job boxing out. Lynnwood really can't get a rebound. I think that's one of the biggest problems here.
And second chance points are almost non-existent. You're right. Very good point. As MacArthur hits 1, if you make them, you don't need the second chances.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
23-16, long pass now over the top to Grindy. Grindy will take one from way downtown and gets his own rebound on the fight. It's hustle time. And still fighting after it. It'll go to the Tomahawks. And hustle. Tomahawks making their own luck. 23-16. Tommy's on top of the Royals. Eli Edwards back into the ball game now. And they'll swing it all the way around to Bevan. He'll take a right-hand stop and a nice dime drop, but wasn't picked up. Eckendorf right underneath. Almost didn't know what had hit him. And now on the other end, a quick bucket makes it count. For the Royals, MacArthur will head to the free throw line. Herrera picks up foul number 2, 18 fouls. And to shoot the and one, Tyler MacArthur. He's 1 for 2 from the stripe so far today. Brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. And a nice look. Got a great backspin, just couldn't get it to fall. Back iron, and now a chance for the Tomahawks. The runs aren't super large. They're minor runs. Sometimes 2 and 3 baskets between the two is all that's traded. But it seems to fluctuate between 9 and 5 point lead right now for the Tomahawks. Painter into traffic was pushed from behind. And will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-on-1. That foul goes against Katzenberger. And Michael Painter, talk about him for a second. He 6'4" senior. And got a very elusive first step. Very quick for a big guy. Painter hits the free throws. He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the line today. And has 9 points of the 25. And now a foul on the sideline will send the Royals to the free throw line. That foul will go against Cole Grindy, his second personal foul, and Now one away from a double bonus situation on the Royals, and imagine you'll attack after this. See if you can't draw some more. Milne to the free throw line, buries the front end of a 1-on-1. He's got 3. Milne, one of these sophomores on this squad to start the ball game. Eli Edwards, also a sophomore, 6-footer. And Milne hits them both. He's got 4 on the day. Juneau now will yo-yo the dribble and a long pass up to Grindy. Now straight underneath to Heckendorf. Can't get it to fall, and Mack with the rebound. And Heckendorf is just having all sorts of trouble underneath. He's missed the last 2 point blank and is the only starter yet to score for the Tomahawks. MacArthur loses it, and it says last touched off his knee. And he looks a little frustrated, Tyler MacArthur. $1:51 to go here. Second quarter. We're in the first half. 20-25, that 5-point lead. And the alley-oop. Grindy continues to assault the rim, and had a good pass by Heckendorf that time, who was also open, and after having some trouble, decides to give it up. And now MacArthur will take it in himself. Goes to the rack with the right hand. Katzenberger with a rebound. Can he get it to fall? And now touched out of bounds by the Tomahawks. It'll go back to the Royals with a $1:22. We're at the Terraceum here at Mount Lake Terrace High School. A holiday hoop fest rolls on. Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks and the Lynnwood Royals. A minute to go here in the first half. Keith Neely and Brayton Neely with you. Courtside. And a turnover, and that you can't have, and a foul bails out the Royals. That foul will go against Cole Grindy, his 3rd personal foul. And now a double bonus situation on Bryce Milne. Yeah. 34. Foul was on Nate Heckendorf. And now a substitute. I didn't see, did he make the basket there? 7-point ball game. I missed it. In all the confusion between who has the foul and who doesn't have the foul. And Milne will make it up at the break here. We'll get an idea who had the free throw and who, if he missed it or not. It's to a 6-point ball game. And now back to transition once again. And that poor kid is having all sorts of trouble. Nate Heckendorf. How many has he missed now?
I think he's missed about 3 since I've been here, so he's having a bad day on the boards.
Easy buckets. Those are the ones you want back. And there's the alley-oop on the inbound play. And no Royal goes to pick up the basketball on the loose ball. And Juneau finally comes away with it. 53 seconds. Back to Bevan. He'll reverse dribble and bring it back out. Now attacks the rim with a right hand. Kick out to Juneau. No good. Knocked to the deck by Edwards. And that will be a foul called on Edwards on the block out. I think they heard you, Braden. And he was behind the line. So the Royals looking to block somebody out. When they finally do, you got trouble. Back iron. And Juneau can hit. Juneau 0 for 2, 0 for 3 now after that first miss. He'll have 2 more opportunities after the call behind the arc, and that one rattles around and finally in, and that may shake off some dust. Sometimes all it takes is getting that first one to fall. Juneau can't hit that one, almost gets his own rebound as he runs in from the stripe. So 1 for 5. The Tomahawks struggling just a little bit, although Michael Painter's been outstanding. Perfect 4 for 4 from the line, but Bryce Juneau 1 for 5. Cole Verge 1 for 2. Cole Grindy 3 for 4, not bad. Now back underneath. And they can't get one to fall in easy land, and then walking with the basketball is Simulant. the Tommies can hit a 3-footer, this thing is wide, wide open right now. Get into Painter back door. Tried the alley-oop to Heckendorf. And Heckendorf can't get one to fall. Now long lead pass. A little bit too far underneath is Sunderland. Now Mack. They go up with the right hand. Got it to fall. Center of the cup. Tanner Mack with the deuce. And now it's back to that 5-point ball game. And the Royals really haven't been able to do anything above that, as Painter can't get it to hit. And with 2 seconds to go, the Royals will get it one last opportunity. And a timeout on the floor, and we'll take one ourselves here. It is a 30-second timeout. Actually, we'll keep it right here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Braden, you got 2 seconds to go, and the ball has the entire court length to travel. What are you drawing up if you're head coach Michael Richards right now?
I get some screens on the other side of the court. Hopefully we can get up and get a score, a quick bucket. It's going to be tough. I don't know how else you're going to do it.
Backside screen and free somebody up, and
hope you can make it to the other side.
Do you do the long pass to the paint, or do you try to pass more than once?
I mean, you don't have time to pass more than once. I think you only have to have one and hope it works and goes to a good player that can shoot.
Well, you got 2 shooters out there right now. Eli Edwards and Bryce Milne, both the sophomores. They're standing at opposite ends of the half-court line right now. Taking it out is Tanner Mack. And they will get it into MacArthur. One at the half-court, lets her fly. And by the time he landed, he had taken about 3 strides toward the cup. So that one, a nice look. He just couldn't get it to fall, and I don't think that's exactly how it was probably drawn up, but you got enough on it to make a shot. 5-point ball game, 28-23, and we will take a halftime break and be back with our Action Jackson halftime show in just a moment on the Sound Live Sports Network. Royals behind 5 points to the Tomahawks. We'll be back.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
To see how much you can save on car insurance and much more, call Jeff Smar. Jeff's office serves many areas including Lynnwood, Edmonds, Bothell, and Mount Lake Terrace. He can be reached at 425-949-7103 or jeffsmar@allstate.com.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the West Coast Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the West Coast Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the West Coast Conference.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. We're at the half, Action Jackson halftime show on the Sound Live Sports Network. Keith Neely and Braden Neely with you, and so far, not necessarily the most offensive-minded ball game.
No, it's not.
Sorry, let's get your mic up.
No, it's not. It's not very offensive at all. A lot of it's defense. We need to get a lot of rebounds is what this game's come down to.
A lot of only one shot for each team underneath. For a while there, Marysville Pilchuck was getting some good offensive rebounds, but that seems to have gone away as head coach Michael Richard went to a much bigger lineup featuring Lamar Patrick got down low along with Tyler MacArthur and Tanner Mack. But you're right, not a lot of rebounding, not a lot of action on the second chance. Defensively, both teams being fairly aggressive, and I think once the Lynnwood Royals went to that full court press, they were able to at least get a little more life. I'm not sure they stopped or got a lot of stops directly out of the press, but they were able to at least breathe some more life back into their team.
No, and I think they kind of scared the Marysville Pilchuck a little bit. Kind of kept them aware and alert, because earlier they were just going right down the court and looking for an open guy down low, and it was working for them, and that kind of stopped things, put it into perspective.
Speaking of down low, you were able to find a lot of people down low. Josh Bevan and Michael Payne are able to find, especially of note, Nate Heckendorf down underneath. And I feel for that kid because he probably has left, 6-8 points on the floor right now?
Yeah, he's had a hard time hitting in the paint, and that is definitely what he's being talked to about right now.
6'4" junior, so he's probably has played the game a little bit, being an upperclassman. What do you do if you're in a drought like that, especially from short range?
I feel like you have to keep shooting. I mean, coach isn't going to put anybody else in that's that height and that's ability. I mean, he just got to hit.
They ran a couple plays for him. It looked like he was going to try the alley-oop dunk out of the inbound play there, and that didn't work for him either, so he's struggling all around.
Oh, he's having a tough day.
Let's break down the Royals shooting right now. Robert Todorov has 5 points, Tanner Mack with 2, Christian Vasquez with 2, Bryce Milne mostly free throws. He's 3 for 4 from the charity stripe, has also hit a bucket, has 5 points. Lamar Patrick with 2, and leading the Royals in scoring right now, Tyler MacArthur, 7 points. Notably absent, Eli Edwards has not attempted a shot today, and he is definitely one of those outside shooters that can get streaky and hot if he touches the leather. On the Tomahawk side of things, Bryce Juneau has 5 points. And unlike Bryce Milne for Lynnwood, he has struggled from the free throw line. 1 for 5 from the line today. Josh Bevan has a bucket. He's got 2. Michael Painter has 9 points, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Cole Grindy, 11 points, leads all scorers. He is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. And Zach Verge has a free throw as his lone basket or lone point today. And that rounds out the score, 28-23. The Royals actually, Braden, outscoring Marysville in that second quarter of play. That may be a sign of good things to come.
I think it is. I think what they need to do, though, is they need to get in the middle dribble drive and maybe kick out to some of the better shooters. They haven't done a lot of that, and they're kind of forcing buckets, and I think that's going to be a problem for them.
Very good point. And, of course, when we talked earlier on about the great help defense of this man-to-man that the Tomahawks have employed, it probably warrants that. If they're going to collapse on you, you probably are going to find that kick out, like you mentioned, and get a couple of guys open. But the Royals, they're going to have to stroke them if they want to get back into this game.
And that's something that I'm sure they're ready to do, and I don't think they've had the opportunity to.
Well, we'll see how it plays out now. We've got a whole half of basketball yet to play here. Only a 5-point deficit for the Royals, 28-23, a low-scoring ball game. And we'll take another break here on the Sound Live Sports Network. You're watching the Action Jackson halftime show. We'll be back in a moment.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
To see how much you can save on car insurance and much more, call Jeff Smar. Jeff's office serves many areas including Lynnwood, Edmonds, Bothell, and Mountlake Terrace. He can be reached at 425-949-7103 or Jeff Smar at allstate.com.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. A half yet to play. Lynnwood Royals down by 5 right now in the non-league contest between the North and the South. Of course, things are mixed up a little bit now with the Lynnwood Royals dropping down to 3A. Have a much different situation than the way the playoffs are considered. First thing, you're going to have to win ball games if you're the Lynnwood Royals right now, 1-8, 0-2 in league. So it really doesn't matter what the difference in the makeup of the league is. You're going to have to win ball games if you want to find yourselves in postseason play. Edmonds Woodway Warriors and the Lynnwood Royals dropping down to the 3A conference in the 3A South Division. And then of course, the Arlington Eagles also dropping down to the North Division in the 3A. And that makes things a little interesting because you do not count those North versus South ball games against your potential district play. So only ones that really count that you rack up are your intra-divisional games. And this one is not one of those, of course. A long back door, this time trying to find the pack by Heckendorf. And once again, draws a blank underneath, in and out of the hands of Julian Walker. And I didn't see the play there. But evidently the Royals will get it back. And knocked away out of bounds. 7:50 to go. We're just underway here in the third quarter of play. A 5-point lead for the Marysville Tomahawks. And here's Walker into Mack. Spins in on Heckendorf and draws an elbow. Just caught a piece of that big left hand. And Heckendorf will pick up foul number 2. Actually, he got 3 down for Heckendorf. And Mack will go to the free throw line. Mack yet to shoot a free throw so far today. And misses the first of 2. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. And the second one is home. Mack with 3 points on the day. And the lead, only 4 points, Braden. They're going to start working themselves back in there if they can get a stop or 2.
They're slowly starting to chip away, and that's what they need right now.
Dribble drive now by Juneau. Knocks out side pass. Long one on the way. 3-ball, Grindy.
It's going to be hard to chip back if that 3-point's going to fall for the Tomahawks.
Absolutely right. Into the hoop with the right hand. Runner, no. Walker made a good stab at it. And you talked about attacking the rim. They're still going right at it. Bevan picks up the foul. His first personal foul, and Walker to the free throw line. And it's good to get to the line, especially stops that clock and allows opportunities to put points on the board, but you're going to have to hit some free throws.
It's a lot harder to put points on the board if it's not going through the hoop.
Matter of fact, I'm not entirely sure how you do it. Walker with the free throw splits the pair, and it's back to a 6-point ball game, and Walker will pick up his third personal foul out front trying to guard Juneau. Walker had to go out early in the first quarter because he was in some foul trouble. And now what do you do if you're Michael Richards, the head coach? Do you pull Walker at this point in time? Your energy man.
I think I'd leave him in. Right now they need energy. They're only up by 6, and they need this gap to climb.
Heckendorf A pass to the left-hand side. Bevan can't get it to, that's Grindy can't get it to fall, and now a foul after the shot. And Eli Edwards picks up foul number 2. Double foul, Eli Edwards and Cole Grindy picks up number 3 on the double foul. They both, I think, just hooked elbows. I think one drug the other one to the ground. I'm not entirely sure who it was, but that's probably why they got the double foul. Here's Edwards, spins in on Painter, nothing. Backs it out. Milne into the ball game. Here's the shot by Walker, no. Badly missed off the left-hand side. Here comes Juno. Juno has that right hand working for him. And he can get into the key on that right hand. There, back to Heckendorf, into Painter. Elbow, no, back iron. And then a couple more bodies drugged to the ground. And a foul call. This will go against Bevan. That'll be his second. And right now, being very aggressive are the Tomahawks. I'm not too entirely sure how smart the fouls are. They look like they're fairly obvious, although you're putting pressure on the ball carrier. Seem like they're not necessarily innocuous. You're getting yourself into some foul trouble later, perhaps. Here's Edwards. Kick out to Mack. Loses the handle. Grindy with it. Long lead pass. Painter can't grab it off the deck, and it was last kicked out of the bounds by Walker. And right now, both teams struggling. It's getting sloppy, B.
Yes, it is.
6:19 to go. Third quarter, 31-25. Inbound right back off the backside of the inbound man, and foul call. Heads up play by Josh Bevan to realize that if he could get it inbounds, he could probably get right to the cup, and he does. MacArthur picks up foul number 2. Bevan to the free throw line for the first time today to shoot 2. And hits the first. And that one rattles in and out. MacArthur with the rebound. Man-to-man pressure all the way up the court. Now a 2-on-1-on-2 break. We got a foul call as a push on the left-hand side. It was away from the ball. And that will go against Cole Grindy. That'll be his 4th personal foul. Now you kind of raise your eyebrow because he was caught up in one of those kind of sillier fouls earlier. And now it has effect. MacArthur back out to Edwards. Long pass to the left-hand side. It goes to Milne, no. Painter tries to knock the rebound away and knocked out of the hands of Herrera, who entered the ball game. And that one passed into the bleachers. Will go back to the Tomahawks. So I don't know about you, but it seems to me that whoever kind of cleans up their ball right now has got a much better chance of winning this ball game because things have gotten uncorked a bit.
Yeah, they really need to focus, and I don't think that's what they're doing right now.
Of course, teams pulling into their bench a ways. They got a little bit of foul trouble now we're thinking about. Edwards on Herrera. Finally gets it to Juno, who runs right into a double team now. Back to Painter. No, that's, Heckendorf. A good topside pressure now by Lynnwood. 5 on the shot clock. Rolls in and out, and a foul called. Juno finally made something happen, and he had to. Milne with the foul. And Juno to the free throw line. He struggled a bit. 1 for 5 from there today. And leaves that one short. And at what point in time is it mechanics and what point in time is it between the ears?
You know, I don't know. He's having a hard time shooting right now. Let's see if this one falls.
And that time he got it. 2 for 7. 2, 4, 6, 2 for 7. Well, otherwise, Tomahawks are shooting the ball pretty well from the free throw line. MacArthur wraps it around behind his ankle and now finds a double team. And it's Juno, long pass out front, right hand, right over the cup. And Bevan is the recipient of a nice fast break opportunity and has 5 points today. There's a timeout on the floor, a full timeout with 5:09 remaining third quarter. 10-point Marysville Pilchuck lead over the Royals of Lynnwood. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network. Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 10-point Tomahawk lead. And the Royals are going to have to dig a little deep here and quit the turnovers.
Yeah, it looks like right now they have tremendous amount of turnovers, and both teams actually total have 8 points.
That's right, here in the quarter. And probably equally as many turnovers.
If not more.
If not more, exactly. Long shot, no good. Edwards with a rebound. Pass out front, tied up with Painter trying to stop the flow of the fast break. And that will be Michael Painter's third personal foul. And next one will be in the bonus. So you'll be bonus basketball the rest of the way here for the Royals as Vasquez comes in. Christian Vasquez has 2 points and 2 free throws. And Patrick, the long, lanky guy that kind of got him some nice energy underneath and at least stopped those offensive rebounds for the Tomahawks. Here's the shot. Beautiful by Bryce Mill, and that's exactly what they need. 35-27, 8-point ball game as Juneau comes up. Crosses over that left hand. Now the kick out to Bevan. Bevan into the triple team, drew 4. And Painter with a shot, no good. Heckendorf with an offensive rebound and put back. And finally, after all of that, Heckendorf is on the board with a deuce.
Well, he's going to hope that there's a turnover right there. We're going to hope that sparks something for him.
Kind of got his own little rooting section. And now we've got a substitution as Todorov comes in replacing Walker. Todorov with 5 points today will force Juneau to the left-hand side over there, Herrera. And now tries to do a little give and go to Heckendorf. Now a 5-on-1. Todorov has to reverse. And Marysville Pilchuck able to get back in that transition. I didn't think they were going to be able to. Here is MacArthur to the rack. Tried to cross left to right going into the key, and his hit going up with that right hand. MacArthur 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Heckendorf picks up 4. So 4 for Heckendorf, 4 for Grindy, and 3 for Painter. If you're head coach Barry Gold right now, are you worried at all?
Oh, you're very worried. I think later in the game this is going to come back and bite him.
Tyler MacArthur hits the first free throw as Heckendorf exits. Zach Verge back into the ball game, 6'4 for 6'4. Senior replacing junior for the Tommies. And MacArthur hits both free throws. 3 for 6 from the line. He's got 9 points today. And most importantly, gets back under 10 points, double digits on the lead for the Tomahawks. And now the Tomahawks looking a little bit sloppy. Here's Painter, pump fake. Beautiful little pump and a fake pass. Painter's got 11 and another turnover. Royals just struggling a little bit with their ball control right now. 3 on the way, no good. Bevan looked like he had a shot at the rebound. They say it was last touch by Lynnwood off of, I believe, Patrick, and out of bounds, and now back to a 10-point ball game. It's not that the Royals haven't been without their chances, Braden. They've definitely had theirs.
They've had their chances, but they haven't gotten second chances, and I think that's something they need to really pick up on.
Now there's a foul by, I believe that was Josh Bevan. That'll be his third personal foul. So right now you've got 2 Tomahawks with 4 fouls and 2 with 3 each. And that will send MacArthur back to the free throw line where he's 50% for the day, 3 for 6. And a chance to shoot 2, but you're getting very close to double bonus time. The Royals may be shooting a lot of free throws going down the stretch.
Well, the Tomahawks are a lot more aggressive, and I think that's what's kind of getting them in trouble right now.
Able to get picks. I think they're the beneficiary of some turnovers because of that aggressiveness. But you're right. You're struggling just a little bit on the foul side of things, and we'll see if that comes back and gets them later. A 9-point advantage right now, and they'll back things out and take some time. And there's a foul call, and pretty easy one to make. Christian Vasquez with his second personal foul, and that one a hip check. That was a hockey shot into the boards right there. There's aggressive, and then there's a little too aggressive. 39-30. And a turnover, not quite. And now they can get it up the court. You've got 2 running. Both have their hands out asking for the rock, and they'll have to slow things down. MacArthur with it. Left hand gets into the paint, loses it, and that will go right back to the Tomahawks. So just like that, you've got a fast break opportunity you miss. You got a nice dribble drive into the lane and can't hang on to it. Right now, you just cannot quite get all the pieces put together if you're Lynnwood.
Hey, Fisk!
2:17 to go, third quarter. Juneau trying to attack Bryce Mill, now into the corner to Bevan. Over to Heckendorf, Verge with it. Now Painter, very explosive left to right. And he is very deceptive on that first step. How do you guard somebody like that? And now the Tomahawks with a chance to expand the lead, up 11. Well, Michael Painter, from a standstill, has got that first right step that just explodes. And he's been very good at getting to the hole because of it. There's a beautiful bullet pass underneath to find Verge, and he's got 3 on the assist by Patrick and now, or Painter, and now things are just unraveling for the Royals. Cannot stop anybody on defense, can't stop anybody on offense, and Aaron Herrera hits for the first time. So now everybody on the Tomahawks that has entered the ball game has scored, and a timeout on the floor, and Lynnwood has to stop the bleeding. We'll take a timeout here on the Sound Live Sports Network. 30-second timeout. We'll be brief and be back in a moment. 45-30, Tomahawks over Royals.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the West Coast Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the West Coast Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the West Coast Conference.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 15-point Tomahawk advantage right now, 45-30 with a $1:10 to go in the third quarter. And the Royals have got to get some kind of offense going now against this zone. And it hasn't been the zone that's bit them, Braden. It's been the fact they just cannot hang on to the basketball.
No, they're having a lot of turnovers, and this is very much hurting them.
And not only that, but they've had some lapses on defense, which hasn't been necessarily great either. Painter with it. Out top it goes to Bevan. Bevan gets into a double team, has to get rid of it. Herrera got it. Aaron Herrera in 2 trips now has got 5 points. And it's starting to look a little more like a street ball game. Patrick lost the handle, has to kick it out to Katzenberger. Out top to Walker. And the ebb and flow of a basketball game, you would think at some point in time you'd find some rhythm. But the Royals really just have not found any at all. And that'll do it at the end of 3. 48-30. A 20-point quarter for the Tomahawks. And they lead right now by 18 with a final frame to go. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 15-point lead. We're just kind of talking in the break here. The Royals, 7 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the third. Tough to win ball games. Tough to win ball games. 16 points in that second quarter. It breathed a little life back in them. Actually outplayed and outscored the Tomahawks by 1 in that second quarter. And then the wheels fell off the truck. And I don't think they've quite dropped an axle yet, but the Royals struggle a little bit. Here's Edwards for 3. Got it. There's Eli Edwards. We talked about getting him the rock. He's a decent shooter from outside. And I think that's the first shot that Eli has had today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I think that's what they need to do, though. They need to get the ball to Eli and definitely hope that he can score more threes.
Painter drives in with that left hand. Just as explosive going left as he is right. Picks up the foul. Couldn't get the first shot to fall, but is fouled putting up the putback. And will head to the free throw line where he's 4 for 4 today. Patrick picks up foul number 2, 6th team foul on the Royals. Painter with 13 rattles that one in and out. $14 points for Cole Grindy, leads all scorers. Painter is right below him, and right now tied with him. So 14 for Painter, 14 for Grindy. And there's the long shot and bucket by Eli Edwards. 2 triples and 2 trips. And you can hear the head coach for Marysville, Pilchuck, Barry Gold, is wanting somebody on him. Get him out there. They know he can shoot. There's the long 3, and that'll answer. Bevan, his first triple, and he's a guy that can also shoot the ball. Only had 2 points in the first half, and now has 6 here in the second. And here is the shot out. Edwards, left-hand side, drew a triple team. Now a little pushback underneath to Mack, and he is fouled. Will go to the free throw line for bonus time, 1-on-1. So if they aren't falling from outside, what do you do?
I mean, I have no idea. Right now they need to get inside and make a bucket.
Eli Edwards trying to do that. He drew 2 out top and then drives in. Trip to the free throw line brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. Can't hit the free throw. It really kind of comes down to that. Can you hit a free throw? Back out top, Juneau. Now left hand, goes 1-on-5 and hits it. And then the steal right back. Josh Bevan still has the rock after picking up the turnover and the steal. And now they'll kick it back out. Burge to Herrera. Out top to Painter. Little floater from about 7 feet out. Michael Painter. And now a lead 20 points. And up off the bench, MacArthur, the senior for the Royals. And things are just kind of coming unglued a little bit for the Royals now. With 5:51 to go. And something that I'd like to talk about a little bit, Braden. I know we've talked about it off the air, but I think it's important to mention we've had some unfortunate news in the Wesco family. One of the Edmonds Woodway ball players and ex-ball players, the Rice brothers, Brad Rice
Jordan Rice.
and Jordan Rice. Jordan Rice, the current ball player for Edmonds Woodway, the boys team, and they lost their father on Christmas Eve. As Matt gets to the hole. And what makes it compounded a little bit more than just losing your dad, which is hard enough, especially at the age of these kids, 16 and 19 years of age. As Bevan hits three. Now he's heating up. But these two young men lost their mother about 6 years ago to a rare form of cancer. And so now the boys are looking for some financial assistance to, first of all, take care of their services for their father, but then also some legal help. That one was way downtown. Some legal help to make sure that the younger Jordan Rice can be legally taken care of by his older brother. And so they're asking for some assistance. We here at the Sound Live Sports Network are also asking for some help. If you'll take a time and go to the myedmondsnews.com, there's a link there that'll help gather. You Fund It, or GoFundMe, I believe, is the name of the website that will allow you to donate any amount. And I think one of the things that's been so touching to see is a lot of these kids as classmates and friends, they certainly aren't made of money, but they're able to donate $5 and $10 a piece, and it has really added up. And so far, I think about $15,000 or more has been raised for these young men.
Yes, it has. And another opportunity that you have to donate is Tacky Tiki in downtown Edmonds is having a little bit of a fundraiser where 20% of your tab will go to the Rice brothers.
And that's tonight, I believe.
And that is
right?
tonight. That is tonight.
So if you can't get the website and donate online, make sure you find a number of these other fundraisers, as Braden mentioned, downtown at Tacky Tiki Bar and Grill down there. Will have 20%, I believe you said, that will go to the Rice Brothers Fund. So a very tough thing. I can't imagine. I know where I was when I was 16 and 19 years old, and to be without both parents is absolutely tragic. And I don't know that my mindset would necessarily be in the right spot.
I don't think anybody's would. Nobody can prepare for anything like that.
So any assistance that you can offer would be absolutely grand for these young men. Back to basketball. Edmonds Woodway not playing today. The JV team played, but they will play later on this week, and we'll see how that team responds to some tragedy among their ranks. And the Lynnwood Royals having some struggle right now, down by 21 points with 4:16 to go. These two teams will meet one more time. Now I'm giving you the date for that ball game. The next ball game for the Royals will be against Shorewood on the 6th. Tuesday the 6th. Long shot by Michael Painter, and now the Tomahawks just feeling that groove. Three on the way, no good. When it rains, it pours. When you got a drought, boy, it makes for tough basketball sometimes if you're the home team. So this will be the only meeting between the Tomahawks and the Royals. They do not face each other in the unbalanced schedule through the North Division. 7 on the shot clock, right back up to the cup. Excellent move by Bryce Juneau. And now he's into double figures. 5 points in the first half, 5 points in the second. And there's the shot by Bryce Milne. He's got 9. Shorewood, 7:15. It's a home game for Lynnwood on January 6th. That is their next. And then Marysville Pilchuck. Trying to get you their schedule here as Rindy comes back in and Painter leaves. Painter had an excellent half. 9 points in the first. 10 points in the half. He's got 19 for the game. The Tomahawks, after today, will go and play a league game against Arlington Eagles, and that's kind of weird for a lot of folks just because the Arlington used to be a 4A school, now drops to the 3A. They play a home game at Marysville Pilchuck on Friday the 9th. So we got a almost 2-week break, 10-day break before you play another ball game. Eric Lynn picks up his first personal foul after coming into the ball game. Tyler MacArthur has had some success at the free throw line, but misses that one and now misses the second. So now struggling 3 for 6 in the 4 for 10. So the Arlington Eagles at home on Friday, January 9th for the Tomahawks, and then they will play Marysville, Gedgell, Everett, and Oak Harbor. That's their next 4. Underneath, Lind, right back up. Excellent pass from Verge, and Eric Lind has the basket. And a little runner as Bryce Milne able to at least keep things somewhat steady. Under 2 minutes to play now, 66-42. And Braden, tough for the Royals. They really don't have a lot of offense on this team, but they've got a lot of youth, a lot of young players, and that has to help going on to at least down the road a ways. A couple of years from now. There's the long kick out, and Bevan, 3 ball. Right at the 35-second buzzer. He has hit 3 threes here in the quarter. Had only 2 after the first half of play. And now has 14 points. So wholesale substitution now as Walker is back in, Todorov is back in, Simbulin back in, and Christian Vasquez also. So allowing everybody to have a little bit more time. And there's the steal. Excellent job of anticipation by Bevan. And he'll pad his stats here in the second half. Sometimes all it takes is hitting that first field goal. And once you've hit one, everything goes right. Juneau, under a minute to play now. Kick right back outside. Herrera, now they're just trying to kill clock. Bevan, anything cross half court I think is in his range. 2 steps past half court, you'll light it up. Believe it or not, his last name is not Kingma, Braden.
12 seconds, 10. Come on, Zach. 8.
Mentioning the Kingma brothers. There's the Herrera shot. Just left that one short. A rebound, Todorov. Both those characters could shoot from pretty much anywhere past half court. Todorov 3, got it. 71-45, and this will probably be the last possession of the ball game as Bevan will just run it out with a little floater pass over the top to Herrera down into the corner. He'll wrap it around, and that'll it. That'll do it. 71-45. We'll take a quick break, wrap things up on the postgame show here on Sound Live Sports Network. Tomahawks over Royals, 71-45.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
To see how much you can save on car insurance and much more, call Jeff Smar. Jeff's office serves many areas including Lynnwood, Edmonds, Bothell, and Mount Lake Terrace. He can be reached at 425-949-7103 or jeffsmar@allstate.com.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 71-45 the final here at the Terraceum of Mount Lake Terrace. The Holiday Hoop Fest is a win for the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks over the top of the Lynnwood Royals. And our guest today, our Sound Live Sports Network player of the game, Michael Painter, finished with 19 points. And we kind of chuckling before we sat down here about you kind of drifting in a little late to the ball game today. Give us a little explanation.
Yeah, so I was driving by the Everett Park and Ride, and I realized that my battery was not charging. And I think it's an alternator problem, so I had to pull over, called up my buddy Zach Verge, and he came over and jumped my car, and we parked it, and I rode with him. So that was awesome.
Able to get in. So didn't seem to be anything that kept you from scoring baskets. 19 points. You had 9 in the first half. Almost perfect from the free throw line. Yeah. Very, very good ball game.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So one thing that we were commenting on is you have a marvelous first step to the basket. Is that something that you've developed as a varsity player with the Tomahawks, or you always kind of had a quick first step, as we've lost our camera?
Yeah, I played post player for 4 years to start my basketball career, so it was really something I had to develop. When I got into the 8th grade and 9th grade, I really had to work on my first step quickness, and it's something that's just come to me over time.
Well, it's certainly able to blow by a lot of these Lynnwood Royals, and a lot of this damage done because of an excellent first step. Left, right, didn't really matter, and I imagine that's all just due to practice and putting the rock in your hand.
Tons of practice.
You guys now start that march through the games that matter. Now that you've kind of got this holiday off, you've got 10 days of rest. Do you get any time off at all, or are you going to go right back to the practice?
We get 2 days off, my coach said, and then, we're right back in there, right back to running plays. That's what I like to do. So,
you guys now, you're trying to get through a kind of a different landscape in the Wesco North Division of the 3A. Arlington now dropping down as somebody that you probably have faced a time or two, and you're playing career but not in league. Does anything on this kind of renewed Wesco North, does anybody stand out to you?
Well, we always look to Stanwood, We really love to we're really, really competitive rivals. So we always look to them and try to keep our edge in just our division. But really, we just focus on our own game. We come out and we try to play Tomahawk basketball, and that's really all that matters to us.
Well, you sure did tonight. 71-45 winners over the Lynnwood Royals. Michael Painter, our Sound Live Sports Network player of the game, finishing with 19 points. Thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Michael Painter, and finally we get the camera back together again. You get one last look at this young man, and that will be the send-off for us here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Due up a 3 o'clock appointment with the Mount Lake Terrace Hawks will be our next ball game. Make sure you stick around. Steve Willits will have the call for you. And for now, I'm Keith Neely again. 71-45 Mount Lake Terrace, the Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks over the Lynnwood Royals in the final. We'll see you later.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.